What is going on, comic fam? It is your boy, the bearded comic bro, and I am getting ready to watch the Snyder Cut. And in prepping for the Snyder Cut dropping this week, I have been watching all the DCEU movies. And last night, I finished watching the original Justice League movie. And I made a statement where I said, it's not as bad as people make it out to be. And a lot of the responses that I've gotten back are that they just feel like they miscast a lot of the characters. And it got me thinking, if you had to recast the Justice League movie, who would you cast in it? And I'm going to give you my answers, and I encourage you to give your answers at home through the comments. And hey, let's talk comics.
I can feel your anger. It gives you focus.
Like I said, I got a lot of people responding to my original post that some of their biggest issues with the Justice League movie was the casting just felt off. And so it got me to think, if I could make a dream cast, who would I cast in these roles? And just thought it would be a fun thing. So I encourage you at home to definitely leave comments. Let me know what you think. Or hey, make your own video, tag me in it so I can watch it, of who you would recast in the Justice League movie. Now, personally for me, I enjoyed the movie, and I'm not here to bash any of the characters that were portrayed in the movie or the actors or actresses. I just want to have fun with this idea of, hey, who would I cast? So if you're playing along at home, leaving comments, or if you decide to make a video of talking about your choices and why you picked what you picked, here's one of the rules I am throwing in. One rule is this, is you get to save one actor or actress, one character. So if you fell in love with Henry Cavill's Superman or Batfleck or Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, like, you get to save one. You can only use one. And the other rule is they can't be portraying another character already in the DCEU. They could be in Marvel. They could not even be comic book related. That's fine, but you can't take someone who's already... You get it, all right? So those are my stipulations, or at least that's how I operated with how I was kind of creating my list. Some of these, I also tried to avoid stuff that I thought people would just throw out there as the safe and normal picks. I'm sure my video is going to get a lot of hate because I feel like my picks are going to be unique and they're going to rub some people the wrong way. Some of them might not be unique, but we're going to try it and we're going to see. Here we go, gang. Let's look at my list. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you the character that I'm saving and that I'm not changing, so that way we can get into the discussion of the other characters and why I picked them. But the one character that I am keeping same casting for in Justice League is going to be Wonder Woman, and as Gal Gadot. I adore her as a person. I adore her as Wonder Woman. I don't care what you think about Wonder Woman or Wonder Woman 1984, any of that stuff. She's fantastic to me. You might have issues with scripting or things like that, but I think when I think of Wonder Woman now, that's who I think of. So she's staying. That's my safety pick of, I'm not getting rid of it. I like the casting. Gang, here we go. So I'm going to go alphabetical. Aquaman is my first character that I got to pick. And I know a lot of people had issues with Jason Momoa. That actually is one that came up a lot in the messages that people said. And I listened to a little bit, but I ignored what they said. I actually really dug Jason Momoa's character, but that's neither here nor there. So if I was going to recast, who would I cast in Aquaman? It would be Charlie Hunnam. Might mean a name you're kind of familiar with. Maybe you're not. He's most well known for his role as Jax Teller in Sons of Anarchy. He's been in the Guy Ritchie movie, The Gentleman, recently. I know he's hit or miss with some of these big budget feature movies, but I think he would be really good ensemble cast, because you saw that with his role with some of the great casting that they had in Sons of Anarchy. And to me, you clean up his beard a little bit, he looks like an Aquaman to me. And what I kind of like is he would have a British accent, which I know if you're trying to go comic books, he would, the New England accent kind of thing. But I think for him, it comes off as more royalty, and that's what I think of with Aquaman. So I kind of would dig it. I think he would be pretty cool as Aquaman. I think he has the look for it. I think he has the body build for it. So gang, my Aquaman casting would be Charlie Hunnam. So Aquaman, now we're moving on to Batman because alphabetical, you know how the alphabet works. I actually really dug Ben Affleck as Batman. I will be the first to admit, when I heard Ben Affleck was cast as Batman, I was up in arms. Like, this is horrible. They're trying to ruin Batman. But I think a lot of people that even don't like Batman vs. Superman would say Ben Affleck is not the reason they don't like it. But I gotta recast it because that's the part of the show. And so who I'm casting as my Batman for the new Justice League movie is going to be Karl Urban. Now, again, he hasn't had a lot of huge roles as a leading character in blockbuster movies that have been successful. But I feel like he would make a really good Batman. And the movie that sold it for me, I'm like, you know what, was the movie Dredd. When he played Judge Dredd, he kept the helmet on for the entire movie. And you literally only saw his lower half of his face, right? And he did a really good job in the movie. He commanded presence, he commanded action, and I thought, like, that is what you want in a Batman for me. You know, he's rough, he's tough, he's grizzled, like, and I think if you want to clean him up, then to portray, you know, a billionaire playboy, it works. And so I'm going with Karl Urban as my Batman. Moving right along, we have Cyborg. And Cyborg was portrayed by Ray Fisher in the original Justice League movie, but we gotta fix it. We've gotta change it. We've gotta recast it. And I am recasting Cyborg with John Boyega. I really liked what he did in the new Star Wars movies. Again, if you didn't like the new Star Wars movies, I'm sorry, this is probably going to get a lot of thumbs down because I'm bringing up a lot of hot topics on people's list. But I really liked his portrayal of Finn in that movie, and I think he would fit into the role of Cyborg. He can play the serious role if you want to go more of the, you know, goofier with the humor a little bit. If you want to go more of the Teen Titans version of Cyborg, I think he could pull it off very well, and he'd be my Cyborg. We got two left. We've got The Flash and we got Superman. So I feel like The Flash might be my controversial pick. I don't know. Might be like, I like it. You might be like, I don't. But again, it's kind of what I just said. You know what? I can dig it. One of the issues I think with Ezra Miller's portrayal of The Flash was he just felt young. With the group, he wasn't at that. He didn't feel like an equal to a Batman or an Aquaman or a Wonder Woman. And so I want to age up Flash a little bit, get that Barry Allen a little older so he feels like he's not like an underling of the team. Show some respect to the Flash, right? And my pick, and I say show some respect to the Flash, and I'm then saying this pick that I think people might, I don't know, we'll see. I'm picking Ryan Gosling. I just think he has, if you saw him in the movie Drive, the dude can act serious, and the dude has comedic timing. I just think he would command the screen. He would be able to hold his own with the iconic characters and bring a sense of stature to the Flash that I feel like was missing. He felt like a junior team member in the Justice League movie, and I think Ryan Gosling could elevate that up. He's got the look, he's got the wit that I would imagine you would want out of your Barry Allen, and I think he would be a really good Flash. Let me know what you think. So finally up on the list, we have Superman. Now, I know there are lists out there on the internet of who should replace Henry Cavill if he doesn't reprise his role in Superman. So this guy is probably on the list, but I feel like he still is a little more under the radar. It's not the name that always gets tossed around like a John Hamm or something like that. For me, I'm going to go with Jonathan Groff as my portrayal for Clark Kent and Superman. If you don't know that name, you will recognize his voice from Frozen, as he plays Kristoff. He voices Kristoff in the movie Frozen. He's also plays King George in Hamilton, which is on Disney Plus. And my first really exposure to him was he was one of the FBI agents in the TV show called Mine Hunters on Netflix, which is a really dope show. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But I think between seeing the range of him as a actor through that, I think you have the goody homeboy Kansas feel of him as a person, which you really need for Superman and Clark Kent to work well. He has the look, I think, that you could need for a Superman, but while still trying to portray the goofy Clark Kent. And I think he can just bring a unique take to Superman. I know this is a kind of out there pick, but I think Superman needs that kind of relatability because we can't relate to him because he's an alien. So, that very humanized, I think Jonathan can really pull those feelings out of the character. And I think it'd be a really interesting pick. So, gang, that is my Justice League. I got Gal Gadot with Wonder Woman. We got Karl Urban as Batman, Jonathan Groff as Superman, Ryan Gosling as The Flash, Charlie Hunnam as Aquaman, and John Boyega as Cyborg. That's what I picked. If you ask me next week, I might change it. But let me know, what would you put as your picks? Who would you recast? Who would you save from Justice League movie? And who would you recast in the movie? Leave them in the comments or make a video. Let me know what you think. And stay tuned, gang, because this is going to probably be an ongoing series where I'm going to bring some guests onto the show, and we're going to have discussions about movies of you have to recast it. And we're going to bring people on. We'll maybe figure out a way to let you guys at home vote and who did the best casting. I think it could just be a really fun opportunity to try something new here in the comic YouTube community. So if you're interested, let me know as well. And hopefully you guys have some fun with this. And I really do want to hear what your picks and what do you think of my picks? What would you change? Were there any that you go, this is horrible casting. This is actually a good one. I didn't think about it. And you can steal some of my ideas if you want or completely make up your own list. But I just want to know what you guys think. I love it when you guys share your thoughts with me. And as always, hopefully you can find some time to curl up, grab a book, and nerd out. Peace.